I'm in St Helens today. We're just going to nip round the corner, go and see some of the tenants and support workers for Bright Start Homes at one of their houses here. So we've been invited over today where we're having a communal breakfast, a few of the residents all getting together with some of the support workers just to basically have a bit of a fry up, have a chat. I suppose is that the general idea, just basically get together and...
Absolutely, yeah. It's just connecting with each other in the house. I think I'm relatively new to the project.
Excellent, enjoy. Thank you for speaking to us, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name's Rob.
Rob,
Yeah.
and how long have you been with Bright Start?
About 2.5 months now.
Okay, how are you finding it?
Yeah, I've settled in well. So it's all a new area for me.
Okay.
Before this, I did my recovery in Chorley, so...
All right.
Something come up here, I was desperate to get back in recovery, so, I got myself in the comfort zone, I got into a new town, but it's worked well for me. I'm back working, I'm going to college, I haven't worked in over 3 years when I was in addiction.
Okay.
So it's brilliant getting back to work, getting a bit of normality back in my life.
Fantastic.
Going to college and just waking up every morning, free from alcohol and drugs is massive for me.
Good.
So yeah, I'm doing really well.
Good. And what are you working with? What are you
I'm doing delivery drive at the minute, but my main goal, I'm saving my money, and I want to hopefully next summer do a course for a gas engineering course.
Brilliant.
So yeah, that's the main goal really. I'm going to college now, just basically doing stuff like spreadsheets, Microsoft Word, just learning how to use computers, because nowadays you need computers for everything.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit of knowledge, and it's something to positive to get up in the morning and do. So I'm really enjoying it at the minute.
Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
well
lovely. Thank you.
Smashing. So we've actually been invited to just come upstairs and take a look inside one of the residents' rooms. This is Adam, who just spoke to downstairs, who's doing the cooking, and he wanted us to come up and see how he lives, because obviously there's a great sense of pride in the fact that he really looks after his room. He really takes care of it. He's got it all set out beautifully, and I think that this is a key part of the rehabilitation process. When people have pride in their home, take pride in the way that they're going about their life, then it really helps to turn the things around where they're coming out of difficult situations, where they've been neglecting themselves. So really pleased to come up and see, and throughout the house actually, the way that the tenants look after it, it speaks volumes. So we're here with James, who's a housing support officer for Bright Start Homes. James, can you just tell us a little bit about your role, how you came into Bright Start, and what it is that you do for them now?
Yeah. Well, I came in, it was somewhere at the start of 2023. I was a little bit lost. I lost all connection with my family. I wasn't in a good place. But I seized that opportunity, to make an improvement in my life.
Okay.
And recovery as well, especially because in the past, I struggled with addiction,
right.
Alcohol, and went to prison, went to institutions, just completely lost.
Okay.
It was all or nothing after losing my job and being made redundant and going through that negative part of my life. I was able to recuperate when I came to Bright Start.
Okay.
And it was all about connecting with others.
Yeah.
All seeking that help.
Yeah.
And it was also, when I came here, it was also it's a place for a bit of respite, to get yourself together, improve your mental health. So, the only thing I could say about this place, and one thing, is it's changed my life for the best.
Yeah. And we've seen you before at the allotment project earlier in the year.
Absolutely.
Obviously, there's a big sense of community around the activities that you put together with Bright Start.
Yeah, definitely.
That must play into the whole recovery process and that rehabilitation.
So when we come here, after the year, we got connected, kept that stability going. There's a lot of help, staff as well. I was a tenant myself once.
Yeah,
I was seeking that help. I made that connection to my recovery around there. Someone directed me as I direct the tenant now, in my role.
That's it, yeah. So you've come through the process and now you're employed as a support officer for...
That's the one, yeah. So it's kind of like the process of giving back now.
Yeah.
And helping others and guiding them. When we was volunteers, a few of us put together a walking group.
Yeah.
And it's done pretty well,
Good.
Over the last year. Good. It's just come past its first year now.
Are you still doing the walks? Do you do that all the way through the year?
Oh, yeah.
Get togged up?
Yeah. It's all part of giving back to the community as well, and giving back to Bright Start, what they've done for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then to have that blessing as well of being took on as a role, from a volunteer to a paid employee. It's like, you know, it's amazing.
But you're in the best position to do that support, aren't you? Because
Yeah.
you understand.
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
you've come through the process yourself. And
It's the lived experience as well.
exactly.
It's
yeah.
the ones who've been through that lived experience also know, you know, how to guide others, you know,
And
through
that's-
the journey going forward.
I'd imagine an important part of your recovery as well, though.
Yeah,
Being able to help others.
definitely, yeah. And it's all a process of learning as well, you know, keeping active,
Yeah.
connecting with others.
Yeah.
It's all just been a blessing.
Good.
You know, I hadn't seen my daughter for 2 years, you know, completely lost.
Yeah.
Brought back all them connections, new relationships.
Good.
You know, new friends. Just everything that's here, you know, it has changed my life for the best. And it's all about positivity at the end of the day.
Great stuff. Great to hear. Keep up the great work. Thank you for talking to
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks, James.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So this is Katie. Katie, you're a volunteer with Bright Start Homes. That's
Yeah.
correct, yeah. And you've been a tenant in the past and come through the process. So
Yes,
do you want
yeah.
to tell us a little bit about your story and how Bright Start have helped you and what you do for them now?
Yeah, I was, well, I think it was June last year. I was in, obviously after years of like mental health and addiction issues, I'd been put into a mental hospital in Runcorn. I was very poorly. I was in there for a month. And then I originally went to recovery homes in Preston at first.
Okay.
But I needed to be sort of closer to my children. I'd lost everything, my home, my children, myself really. And I didn't know where to go for help because I didn't know what was wrong, you know. I didn't know how or where to find any help, what was wrong with me. So I moved to Bright Start in October last year.
Okay.
To be closer to my children, to try to build relationships and build a new life really. And my housing officer Claire, she sort of helped me to do that. The groups, the unity, you know,
Yeah.
the meetings. I got clean through the meetings. Built a relationship back up with my children, and they just supported me to live sort of a, you know, that I wasn't some kind of, it's quite, not, what's the word, it's, there's a lot of people struggling
There are.
and suffering with this in
Yeah.
silence, you know, which
Yeah.
I did for many years, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. But yeah, they did, and then they helped me support. Obviously, I'm now back. They helped me get a tenancy to get my own house.
Okay.
So I'm now back living with my children in my own house. I went back to university and finished my degree in alcohol and substance misuse counselling.
Okay, wonderful.
So I did that. I graduated last month, and now sort of working, helping other people who was in the same situation as
That's
me.
great. Congratulations.
So, yeah,
well
thank
done.
you.
Well
But,
done.
Yeah, it does work, and like I said, the support of all the workers and the other tenants, you know.
Yeah.
It really helped me.
There is.
It's-
There's a real sense of community. Obviously,
There
we've
is,
seen
yeah.
that you're all having a breakfast together
Yes,
this
yeah,
morning,
yeah.
and it's about just that engagement with people and
Yeah.
having people around you, isn't it, to support?
Because you do feel like a bit of an outcast, anything like that, like we've saying about the stigma about addiction and mental health,
Yeah.
you know, and finding other people, and we help each other. But it saved my life, because I don't know where I would have been otherwise. And to help me like achieve the things that I've done and how my life is today,
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have done that without this.
Well, what can I say about that? I mean, just really incredible stories that we've heard. We've seen Adam, who's just received a cake for being 30 days clean. We've heard from Katie, who's now back living with her children, having come through the recovery process. She's qualified in alcohol and substance counselling and now volunteering for Bright Start, who've put her back on the right path. Similar stories with James, who's now employed by the company, and it just shows you the full cycle rehabilitation process that really does work when you've got the right kind of support network in place. So really great to see all the guys in there today, the sense of community, and the fantastic work that just we see everywhere we go with Bright Start Homes. Obviously we're over in the Northwest. We've got quite a few new projects that are going to be coming through the pipeline for Bright Start. There's a massive demand for it, so let's go and see some of the new homes that we've got coming through. So now we're in West Lancashire. We've just dropped in on our next project, which is going to come through the pipeline. This has all been stripped out. We came a couple of weeks back and everything was being ripped out, so we didn't come inside. Everything's now been stripped out, cleared away, and the first fix is done, and we're starting to put it together. This project is due for completion in around about 2 weeks' time. So On the face of it, when we first came in here, it really didn't seem like it was that in terrible condition. Now, as a normal process, we have to put so much into these properties in terms of the emergency lighting, the fire alarm systems, CCTV, fire doors, etc. Along with the process of remodelling, everything gets stripped out anyway. And it's a good job we did go that extra mile, because we actually uncovered some fire damage in this house, which had been left and not put right. So by virtue of that process, making sure that we cover all the bases, we do things properly, then we uncover any of these unforeseen issues which might go unnoticed if you tried to cut corners. Obviously, because we're working with a provider who relies on us to deliver properties that are in absolutely top quality condition, it's important that we don't cut any corners. We go to that nth degree to make sure that everything's absolutely spot on, so that they can sign over the lease, take ownership of the property for 25 years and ensure that the property is going to stand them in good stead for the foreseeable future. Thank you again for being with us today. We've been and seen some of the really important aspects of what we do in terms of the support and the rehabilitation, bringing good people back into being a really productive and contributive member of society, and then obviously seeing the project like the one behind me, which is going to give more safe homes to people who are trying to get a new bright start in their lives. So thank you for coming with us. If you'd like to know anything about what we do or how we do it, please feel free to get in touch. Join the waiting list and we'll keep you up to date with more projects, more properties, more opportunities, and we look forward to bringing more to the table soon.